Amid all the noise and heated debate around Caitlin Clark's treatment on the court, WNBA icon Candace Parker didn't hesitate to keep it real. In her eyes, Clark's rise to stardom doesn't come with immunity from rough play. In fact, it might invite more of it. Her message? If you're a star in professional basketball, expect the pressure to intensify, not lessen. With Clark taking some serious hits from defenders in her first 2 WNBA seasons, the conversation has picked up steam. Fans and pundits alike have started asking the same question. Is Caitlin Clark being unfairly singled out? And more importantly, are the referees doing enough to protect her? Her transition from college sensation to pro hasn't just been watched, it's been scrutinized. Her incredible scoring, vision, and command on the court have made her a target, literally and figuratively. But Parker, a 3-time WNBA champion and 2-time league MVP, isn't buying into the idea that Clark is facing anything out of the ordinary. In a candid interview with TMZ Sports, Parker was clear. Star players aren't ever treated fairly. It's not a complaint. It's a reality she's seen play out time and again. For players who reach the top tier, physical defense becomes part of the territory. It's not personal, it's the nature of competition. And from Parker's perspective, Clark's experience is just the latest chapter in a long-standing tradition. Clark's profile has exploded since her record-shattering days at Iowa. She didn't just make the leap to the WNBA, she became one of its faces overnight. The Indiana Fever's new centerpiece, Clark has brought sold-out crowds and unprecedented media coverage to a franchise that had been searching for relevance. That kind of spotlight, however, is double-edged. With the praise and attention comes relentless defense, and sometimes it gets physical. Parker sees it as a badge of honor more than a concern. She even offered some praise, saying, "It's awesome. It's great. I think she has so many more years to come of greatness, so it's been good watching her play." What makes that statement even more striking is that Clark, in her rookie season, has already tied Parker's career mark for triple-doubles. That alone speaks volumes. For Parker, it's not about sympathy, it's about resilience. She recognizes talent when she sees it, and she also knows what it takes to survive the growing pains of stardom in the WNBA. Unfortunately, Clark's momentum has hit a temporary roadblock. She's been sidelined with a left quad injury sustained during a hard-fought game against the New York Liberty. It's a tough break, especially for someone who was quickly becoming the heartbeat of her team. The medical staff has ruled her out for at least 2 weeks, and the Fever are already feeling the impact. Without Clark in the lineup, Indiana struggled in their latest outing, falling to the Washington Mystics in a narrow 83-77 loss. The defeat dropped the Fever to 2-3 on the season, and while the score was close, the energy just wasn't the same. Clark's absence was more than just missing points or assists. It was about presence, leadership, and confidence on the floor. Indiana came out strong, controlling much of the first half and showing flashes of the aggressive up-tempo style they've been building around Clark. But once halftime hit, the tide began to turn. Led by Shakira Austin's 13-point burst, Washington slowly chipped away and then took the lead before the break. From there, they never looked back. The Mystics held off every run Indiana tried to make in the second half. Every time it looked like the Fever were about to rally, Washington answered. The win not only gave the Mystics a big morale boost, but it also bumped them up in the Eastern Conference standings, overtaking Indiana for 3rd place. The Fever now face a critical stretch. Without their star rookie, they'll have to dig deep to stay competitive in a league where every game counts. The pressure is on veterans and bench players alike to step up, both on offense and defense. It's a chance for Indiana to show they're more than just a one-woman show, even though Clark is clearly the engine that drives their system. Still, the narrative around Clark isn't going anywhere. The conversation about how she's being officiated, the physicality she endures, and whether the league is doing enough to protect its stars will continue to swirl. And with voices like Candace Parker adding historical perspective, fans get a better understanding of just how demanding it is to be a standout in the WNBA. For Clark, it's a test of patience, toughness, and longevity. And from the way she's handled herself so far, it seems she's more than ready for the challenge. When she does return to the court, there will be even more eyes on her. Every hard foul, every no call, and every comeback performance will be magnified. But as Parker hinted, that's the price of greatness. You don't get to change the game without taking some hits along the way. Clark's absence didn't just affect the scoreboard, it shifted the entire energy of the team. You could sense the difference on the court. The usual spark, the rhythm that Clark brings as a floor general and emotional leader, was missing. Her teammates tried to rally, with Aaliyah Boston putting in work down low and Kelsey Mitchell trying to shoulder the scoring load, but it wasn't quite enough to overcome the gap Clark left behind. The Fever looked like a team searching for their identity without their centerpiece, and it showed down the stretch. While the loss was tough, it also highlighted just how critical Clark has become to the Fever's system. It's not just her scoring that changes the game, it's her playmaking, her court vision, her ability to draw defenders and open up opportunities for everyone else. With Clark sidelined, Indiana's offense lacked that fluidity. There were more forced shots, more stagnant possessions, and a noticeable drop in tempo. It's a reminder that while the Fever are growing as a team, Clark is the engine that keeps them moving forward. Meanwhile, the conversation around her treatment on the court continues to stir emotions. Fans have taken to social media in droves, some furious over what they perceive as targeted aggression toward Clark, others arguing that she's simply learning what it means to be a marked player at the highest level. Even within the WNBA community, opinions are split. Some current and former players echo Candace Parker's sentiments that this is the norm for any rising star, while others believe the league needs to do a better job of ensuring safety, no matter a player's status. The situation has turned Clark into more than just a rookie sensation. She's become a flashpoint for larger discussions around respect, physicality, and how young stars are ushered into the league. There's no denying she's being tested, both physically and mentally. And while the hits keep coming, she's responded the only way she knows how, with poise, grit, and a relentless drive to prove she belongs. Whether it's through a hard foul or a 30-foot three-pointer, Clark is showing she won't back down from anything. Not critics, not contact, and certainly not pressure. And while she heals, the Fever will need to dig deep. This isn't just about surviving until Clark returns. It's about building the kind of resilience and chemistry that lasts beyond any one player. Because if Indiana wants to be more than just the Caitlin Clark show, they've got to prove they can hold their own even when the spotlight dims. The real test for this team isn't how they shine with Clark, but how they grind without her.